out there, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ooh, it is a cold. It's December the 26th, day after Christmas. It's a cold morning, and I just got a vehicle delivered to me. I'm going to be working on this thing all day, and I'm going to show you exactly what that is. All right, so right here I got a 2015 Ram 1500. This is the Hemi with a 5.7 liter engine in it. It's got those, I love those Ram wheels. But you can see this vehicle is in badly need of detailing. It's early morning, that's why you can see look at all those scratches. I'll have it looking a whole lot better, okay? So, you know, you got scratches like this right down here. That's down there to the metal, so that, only way you can do that is it's gotta have paint touch up on it, okay? Let's take a look around at the back of it. Gotta clean all that out, okay? All right, here's the back end of it. As we take a look around this side, nice truck. You know, Rams do nice trucks. They really do. The owner told me these are some paint marks, and he said some oil-based paint that splashed on it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that out. I'll work on this, see what I can do. I got the vehicle for 8 hours, okay? It's 8 in the morning. They won't be back to pick it up at 4 o'clock this evening, so I got 8 hours to deal with it. We'll see what happens. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this thing all washed and get it cleaned up. Let's take a look at the inside, okay? Now, I want you guys to see the inside of it. And it's kind of hard to see from this way because you look at the sunlight, but you know, it's pretty dirty. Look down in here. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Take a look at that front seat. Then we'll take a look at this back seat back here. Take a look at the doors here. You see, all this has got to be cleaned up. Okay. This is one of the ones. This is what you call ideal detailing. Okay, because you know it's pretty dirty. All right, so we got fingerprints and smudges right around in this area right here. You know, where I'm gonna put some polish around there. I'll be using some compound, but mostly just polish wax to try to bring it out some, you know, bring some of the fadiness out in it. As you can take a look, you can see how dusty and dirty the dash is. All that's gonna be cleaned down. If this is paint down in here, I may be able to cut some of that out. You know, use a razor blade to cut those out. You can look around here. It's got a moon roof in it. Nice truck. A very nice truck. Okay, take a look at the back seat. And like I say, we got our work cut out in front of us today. So bear with me, y'all. We're gonna... So I got the Ram all washed up. I didn't take y'all through the whole washing process of it because, you know, you guys didn't want to sit and watch all that. So I just decided to go ahead and wash it. You know, I got, it came in to be at 8 o'clock this morning. And as you can see right now, the time is almost about 10:15. And it's in the AM. Now I got to 4 o'clock to do this. So like I said, I still got the inside I got to tackle. I got it washed. And I'm going to do some polishing on it to get it all clean. I put a light on the inside so you guys can see a little bit more of it. But I got it all washed out pretty good. Now, there's some stuff down here. I don't know what this is. It was a lot thicker than this, but it's like some kind of mud or something that's all up under there. I tried Claybarring it out, you know, using iron decontamination and whatnot. Stuff is still there, you know, and I don't know. I'll get to it and see what it is, but I didn't dry it, you know, because there's nothing on it, and you can see the water just sitting on it, just slowly just coming off. You can tell there's no protection on this vehicle at all, but I am going to make it look 100% better. I guarantee you, because that's what I do. This is the back of it. Love these Hemis. I love a Hemi. I love an 8-cylinder, period, but very nice truck, okay? So, and but before I start the polishing and everything, I'm going to tackle the inside. I'm going to get the inside done, and the outside body is going to be the last thing that I do. All right, so everything that I use on the outside, I bring it on the inside. I got it all cleared up. The only thing that I got left outside, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to show you, is the floor mats, okay? You can see the floor mats are down there. Those have been washed, and we'll move them over, get that little soap up off of them right there so they can dry out in the sun. It's a little chilly today, it's in the 40s, but hey, the sun is shining bright. So, you know, just let them air dry in the sun. I mean, I got all the way to 4 o'clock this evening. So I bring in all my stuff, you know, my rolling cart, the detail cart, I bring that in. Buckets, all that stuff. I get that in and out of the way. So, you know, I don't have a big buildup out there. You know, I mean, people don't understand there's a lot in detailing. There's a lot to cleaning. You know, I mean, you take a lot of stuff outside. When you're done with it, you know, if you leave everything out, everything's going to accumulate. And when you're done, you're going to be like, damn, I got to bring in all this stuff. So I like to clean as I go. It makes it a lot easier for me. Okay. So now I'm getting ready to tackle the inside of this Ram, and I'm going to start inside the interior. Now, the last thing I always do is vacuum what I'm going to do. But if I see a couple of spots, you know, I always do a little something extra for my customers because I want them to come back to me. All right. So we're going to start tackling. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this dashboard done. We're going to get this side done, the driver's side, then we move over to the passenger side, then we'll go from there to the back seats. Okay. I usually use a little bit of super clean. I got down in a bucket of water. I use like a cap full of this for a gallon of water, okay, just to give me some soapy effect, a little bit of super clean because, you know, this is pretty dirty. And I always use my Griot's interior detailer. I spray that on it first, and then I use the super cleaner afterwards to wash it over there real good. Or I may do it vice versa. First I may wash it over, and then afterwards I'll spray the interior deep, which that's what I meant in the first place, okay? You know, sometimes you can say stuff the wrong way. That was backwards, okay? I got a bucket of warm water. Oh, it's nice to have hot water. And I use my little wash mitt, which is right here. Wash mitt. Now, these brushes I got. I want you to know something, okay? So everybody doesn't get confused. This one I use for the tires, the one red one, because this brush here is a lot stiff. This is a softer brush here, okay? And this is what I use on the interior. I wouldn't use this one on the interior because, you know, as stiff as these brushes are, you can scratch up a lot of stuff. So let me get that out of the way. All right, so I got the insides done. I'll show you that, you know, afterwards, okay? Here, I'll give you a little glimpse on the inside of the doors. That's what it looks like a little bit. I still have to vacuum the carpets. I always vacuum last. That's the last thing I always do is vacuum the carpets because, you know, you want the floors to be nice. Anywho, I'm gonna start polishing this up. And the polish that I'm gonna be using today is, I'm using 2 different polishes. I'm using the Meguiar's 3-in-1. It's got a cleaner, polisher, and protectant in it. And I'm gonna also mix it with the Turtle Wax, the Hybrid Solution Ceramic Black Acrylic. Now, ask me why I'm mixing that with it, because I can. I like to mix stuff. I like to try out different stuff. I've used it. I tell you what, this is black polish, and this is best for black vehicles. It really is, okay, because it fills in a lot of stuff. Now, due to the fact I'm using this, but this is basically just polish, okay? It's an acrylic polish. This on the inside has a little bit more abrasiveness in it, which, you know, kind of helps for the scratches and stuff like that, okay? So, now, the pad I'm gonna be using, I'm using a blue pad down here. Now, this blue pad that I'm using is a light to medium pad, okay? Now, this yellow one right here, this is more coarse, okay? Now, I also got an orange pad over there that's really hard. That's for doing a heavy cut, okay? I'm not doing any heavy cuts, okay? I'm just basically doing a little bit of paint enhancement, you know, to make the vehicles, it's, like I said, it's not in the contract of what we're doing, okay? Scratches like these right here, you know, that's the stuff that I'm using will be able to lighten a lot of that up. Lighten some of that up right there. You'll see that. It will do nothing for that because that's all the way down to the metal, okay? So, and also, I was going to use the black pad, all right? This is a black pad. The black pad basically is for finishing, okay? So it won't eat through anything. The blue is a little bit thicker than the black, okay? It's more coarse than the black one is. So it'll kind of eat through a little bit. It'll give me a little bit more abrasiveness in it, especially while due to the fact that I'm using this 3-in-1. Meguiar's got some good 3-in-1 stuff. I used it before. So I'm going to start back here on the quarter panel. And you may ask the question, well, why are you starting back on the quarter panel, you know, and not on the front, you know, or up on the top or whatever? It's because I can. Is there any written law saying where you have to start when you're polishing out a vehicle? No, there's not. Like I told you, you know, I've said this over and over again. Everybody's got their own way of doing the thing. You know, it all depends on what works for you. Now, I do a circle of the 3-in-1 wax, and I do a circle, smaller one on the inside of the black wax. As you can see, that one's black, okay? Now, I'm gonna, with this little amount of wax and polish that I'm putting on, I'm gonna do this entire quarter panel with it because, you know, it'll stretch it. So, I wanna move that around there a little bit. And I don't know, I may need some more, so if I do, I'll put some more on it. I always start down at a lower. Now, I'm not going to wipe this right off right now because I'm going to finish doing the other side over here. We'll put a little bit more polish on it. And the reason why I'm not wiping it off right away now, because it's not compound, okay? It's polished. It's wax. It's polished. And, you know, the other one has got some wax in it as well. And like I said, we used to wax cars when I was a kid. And we leave that polish and that wax on it. We leave it like on there all day. We buff it in by hand and leave it on there all day, and then take it off. And it'd be like chisel. And the stuff we used was the, you know, turtle wax, Simon has. This stuff wipes off so smooth. It does. It wipes off very smooth. That's why I like turtle wax. I like McGuire's. I do. I like the stuff that they put out. I mean, I know there are a lot of high price brand other stuff that a lot of professional, as you say, detailers do. And I'm a professional detailer myself. And the reason why I'm a professional detailer, Phil from Miranda Detailing explained it. He said that if you're doing this for a business, as a business, and you're making money, then you are a professional. If you're doing this as a business, and this is what I do. You can see, that comes off so smooth. Now, some of the scratches are still in it, and I'll take the camera around when I finish to give you a closer look at it. But just coming off, man, I'm telling you, you know, this is the part I like. This is the part I love. I mean, I love the paint. I love the paint. I love this with the paint. I told you a couple of occasions, I'm not big on interiors, okay? But I do love the paint, okay? I'll get you around that way just a little bit more. All right. I've noticed when I'm doing this, I mean, I'm not like a lot of other guys. I can't stand up. I got a sciatica problem. You know, I can stand up for so long, but then I have to sit back down. But that's okay, because this that I do here, this is what I call my labor of love. And I'm not putting any topper on this. I'm polishing it on and polishing it off. That's about it. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Okay. Just that my lighting is kind of weird in here, but you can see It did add a luster to it. There are some scratch spots that are still in it, but you know, a lot of that stuff I'm not trying to work out. I mean, if I can get it out, I can get it out. But I'm not using any compound. I'm just using, you know, doing a light polishing for this, okay? Now we'll work our way on around. Okay, so now we got a little small change in plans, all right? We're still buffing out, you know, using the same wax I'm using. The front end has got a lot of, as you can see, a lot of scratches and a lot of mars and, you know, different bug dents and stuff like that in it. I mean, it's got a lot of it. So what I've decided to do is, you know, because polishing is not going to do anything for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Ultimate Compound, and I'm going to use my 3-inch buffer, rotary buffer, to get into these little cracks and stuff to get around this front end, because it'll help it a lot better. I mean, you know, it's not going to make it perfect, but it's going to do a lot better than just putting polish on it. You know, the compound has got the, you know, it's got some abrasives up in it. And then we got some damage down here too, which I'm not going to worry about that, but I'll just basically buff over them, you know, to try to just make that front end, dress that front end up just a little bit better than what it is. In case y'all can remember, the first panel I did was this one back here, this the passenger side quarter panel. That's what I did. So what I did was, what I promised to do, I told you I was gonna go old school with it. So I want you to take a look. Look at this, okay? All right. See all the polish, all the buff? Okay. The hoods, around the front, down there, over the bumper, round across and across the woods to grandma's house we go. Down up in there. I got the entire vehicle polished, okay? And I told you I was gonna go old school with it. Put it on there, let it sit. Now while that stuff is sitting, I got some other stuff I need to do. But that's sitting for right now. All right guys, I like that. Finally finished with the Dodge Ram. Okay, after polishing out, you saw I polished the whole thing. And I buffed it out. And it looks 100% better. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. I'm gonna show you the reason why it's not perfect. Now see, this right here, the owner told me that's some paint that's up in there, and I can't get that off, okay? Without scraping it, without scraping the paint itself. So that right there is gonna take some real paint correction, okay? And what I mean by that is that piece right there will more likely, in that whole area, it's gonna have to be wet sanded, okay? Wet sand touched up. Now, let's take a look at the back seat here real quick. As we look in the back seat, you can see this is nice and cleaned up. Okay, the seats have all been cleaned, leather seats, and they've all been conditioned with my favorite conditioner, which is the VRP. There's the front seat right there, okay? You guys can see that pretty good. Let's take a look around here. I tell you what, you know, Fords, now I like the F-150 outside is bad, is the best, okay? But the inside, the Rams have got it, okay? I mean, this can't touch an F-150 on the inside. Well, I mean, the F-150 can't touch this, okay? Because Ram has got it when it comes to material, okay? Take a look around here. You gotta look at the wheels there. They're all done up, okay? I had the hardest stuff in the world, the stuff that was down here at the bottom. It's baked on, I don't know if baked on dirt or what it was, but something that was almost literally like it was sealed to it, and I had to scrape it off using a, you know, like plastic spatula, you know, something like that. That's what I had, you know, as I was using on it. So here's a look at it from the front, from this way here, okay, you know, and it's all done. You know, like I say, this vehicle is in bad need, is in desperate need of paint correction. It is. Basically, all I did was clean it and try to enhance the paint by buffing out the entire car, okay? So, but, I mean, you got scratches like right here. You know, you got other big scratches that are in this truck. And the reason why, you know, I guess it wasn't that important for us to the owner, because the owner uses this is his hunting truck, okay? And he goes hunting with this truck. So if he's going hunting with this truck, I mean, you know, there's another, see that big long scratch there, right there? This one is deep down in there. I mean, you know, it's in bad need of real paint correction. For me to do paint correction on this, because I have to go 2 days and do quite a few. It's got to be more like to fix this takes more like a 3-stage paint correction, you know, at least 3 stages, or at least 2 stages. Okay, maybe able to get by with 2 stages. The 3rd stage to me is putting a ceramic coating on it, which, you know, will help with cleaning it. Not bulletproof, but, you know, help with cleaning. So, hey, that's it. You know, waiting on them to come pick it up. If you like this, you know, please hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons. I'd appreciate it, you know, and constantly trying to bring you more and more stuff, some more and more vehicles. I got another one that somebody's gonna send to me in a couple of days, but that weather's looking kind of icky coming up for the next few days in St. Louis area. So we'll see what happens. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.